who's here. Let's make sure that this volume is turned up. Hello, Jackie and Cynthia, hello. Come on in, y'all. Good to see everyone. There's Denise. And V's here. Hello, V. Good to see everyone. Cheers. There's Jan. Hi, Vanessa. And Jennifer's here too. Yay. Good to see everyone. Hi, Heather. Catherine's here. Carissa. Cindy. Hello, hello. There's our girl Jenny in the house. There's our girl Letha and Lizzie. Lizzie's doing great, by the way. I just read about your little praise that you had. You lost a couple of 3 pounds on our blitz. Yay. Joanne's here. Jillian's here. Anita as well. There's Norma. Good to see you all. Amy's here. V, I'm so glad you're here live. Yay. Hi, Jane and Lisa. We're having a romper room meet and greet right now. Hi, Sarah and Gwen. I love this part. Yolanda. Hello, and Suzanne. Good to see you. Hello, Susan. And Mia. Maggie's in the house. She said it. She said it. Good to see you, Maggie. Carissa, this is your first time joining us today? Ha-ha, yay. Hi, Lizzie. Hi, Eileen and Cassie's here. Sandra's in the house. Juanita, too. Look at all of y'all. Hi, Anna. She gave up vacuuming her pool just in time. Hi, Susie. I'm glad you're back. I'm so glad about that, Cassie. Thank you. Hi, Diane. There's Marguerite. And Gemma's in the house. Here's all my lovelies. It's good to see everyone. It's good to see everyone. Well, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. She used to watch all the time and I never said Juanita. Now I do. Hi, Juanita and Margot and Tracy. Hello. And there's Heather. She was on the Carousel of Crazy yesterday. At least she's back, right? And same with, and Susan's here too. Look, we're all about just, it's a process. Am I right? It's a process to get off that Carousel of Crazy. Listen, I've got all the Carousel of Crazy you need right here. This is the Carousel of Crazy. It's my Carousel of Crazy. I mean, so bad that I wrote it up. It's nutty. We all know what it is. We know that Carousel of Crazy. And you know what? There's more than one Carousel of Crazy in your life. I'm going to tell you that right now. When I started looking at all the things and the places in my life where I have really focused on the wrong things, I said, that's another Carousel of Crazy. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. I don't know about you, but the truth will set you free. I need that. Don't forget, those who are in Hot Milk Club and Take Back Your Life, today is Thursday. That means it's teaching time. So don't forget, we're going to go bump on over at 2 p.m. Eastern today into our little teaching room, our little clubhouse right here on Facebook. You know where it is. Looking forward to that. It's going to be a good one. We're talking about fear. Fear is just something. For 2 days, 3 days, maybe 4 days in a row, I don't know, I have forgotten about our quote of the day, our quote of the week rather. Our quotes are so good because they add a framework to what we need to be looking at so that we can move the ball down the field in our favor, and stop doing the things that just don't give us the results that we want. We've all heard the quote supposedly from Einstein that doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is the definition of insanity. Well, listen, if that's the case, then guarantee you I am officially insane. Right here. It's true though. However, Jim Rohn has a different way of looking at things. And what he says is he gives us a perspective, and this is one of my favorites. If you don't like how things are, change it. You are not a tree. That right there, you're not a tree. That gives us the perspective, doesn't it? Because trees are rooted and they can't be moved around unless they're small and in pots. But, you know, most of us have trees growing in our yard. They don't move. We move from the house, but that tree stays there. This is how it is with our lives. We can move and get away from things. We don't have to stay where we are. And what often happens when we stay where we are is we start the whole chain of complaining. And you know what that does. It shrinks your brain. It shrinks your brain, it puts the focus on the wrong thing, and it doesn't take you where you want to go. You're in the wrong car. Have you ever been in New York City and ridden the subway and just looked up and said, oh my gosh, I'm in the wrong place. I'm going the wrong direction. That's how it is. We can't do that. We've got to be very careful. We have to be cognizant. We have to look at where we're going, and we have to choose our direction carefully. That's just, to me, that's a big eye-opener. Stop being trees. You're not a tree. Oh, Pete Bennett, hello. I haven't seen you for a long time. Pete Bennett and I went to, I'll never forget that, one of the best stories ever. Went to, gosh, where was it? Curry Lane in London, and had the best curry dinner of our lives. It was fantastic. Yeah, you know what, Vanessa, I have done that. How many times have you popped into an Uber and said, okay, let's go, and they're like, your name isn't Gary, or whatever, and I'm like, okay, wrong Uber. We got to watch the directions that we're going. So anyway, this is how it is. That's right, Brick Lane, that's it, Pete. I can't believe you're here. You're gonna hate this, so go away. You have to know Pete. Pete is my friend from London, and perpetually cranky, and a brilliant thinker and marketer. So anyway, we go back a ways. So this week, by the way, is, you know, everybody asks, what are you drinking? It's hot milk mix. Yes, it's in the shop. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. It's fantastic. The other thing I would really want to bring your attention to, Biomega 3X. This is one of the best supplements that you can get. It is a dry version of omega-3 fatty acids. And believe it or not, I'm going to bet you money that you have a deficit of omega-3 fatty acids. We all get way too much of the other omegas, right? We get way too much. But we don't get enough because we're not eating enough fish and all of that. And let me just tell you what this does. It unlocks your circulation. It helps you to process all of that cholesterol that's in your body. We produce it, by the way. We don't just eat it, we produce it. And while cholesterol is normal, inflammation is not. And we want to bring that down. There you go, right here. I'm going to tell you what, if you do not have an omega-3 fatty acid in your supplement lineup, get it right now, today. Buy 3, you will get the 4th one absolutely free. We also have the Mindful Mug that goes out with our orders of over $200. And I write you this cute little note card. You get these note cards from me too. You know, I'll tell you, and I've told you this before, every single woman who comes in here, every single woman who ends up being one of my customers, beloved customers, I pray for each one of you. And yes, the buy 3, get 1 free is still on. Yes, it is, for the Biomega 3. Yep, 3X. 3X because it gives you three times what it says. It ramps you up. The Clubhouse is for our VIPs. So if you're a part of the VIP, you should have that. If not, please send an email into support@savingdinner.com. We'll take care of you. Or community would be better. community@savingdinner.com, and Jenny will get you all set up. So yes, this week it is the Biomega 3X. We always have some kind of a deal because we're getting tons and tons and tons of certain supplements. When they're running them, I say, give me more. And that's how I get my prices down, so I'm able to pass it on to you. And you know what? This is the whole deal. Stock up. When I give you some kind of a special, something will be coming through. That's when you should grab it. Because you also get shipping free. It says ships free. That's the promo window when you're checking out. Ships free. If you live here in the United States, it's yours. And don't forget, this is a limited edition. We need these mindful mugs. They help us to become mindful. So when we eat a dinner, we're not just strapping on the feed bag. Listen, I am the queen of strapping on the feed bag. My mindful mug brings it down, calms me down, and it makes me eat like a lady. I do not have to inhale. I am not a Hoover. I'm not a beaver. I'm not a Hoover. There's a tree. I'm not a whole bunch of things. I need to remember who I am, right? That's, what was that? Remember who you are. What was that from, Star Wars? You guys, I've got another storm coming up this way. It just seems like it happens this time of day. So if you hear, a bunch of storms and all of a sudden I vanish, you'll know why. But if you can hear it, here it comes. Hear it? God's moving the furniture. Don't forget, Saturday is our big I'm calling it a homeschool conference, but it really isn't. It's a conference workshop, really, for women who want to get their kids, through the tube. You understand that? That's right, Lion King. So yes, you understand what I'm saying? So I don't care how you're schooling your kids. If you've got to get a whole new different rhythm going when it's school time, right? There's a whole lot of stuff going on. There's paperwork galore to deal with. There's getting just stuff done with intelligent order so that you're not feeling so harried and overwhelmed. And believe me, I homeschooled my children for 8 years. I know what that is. I know it. And we're going to come in and change and save the day. I'm sorry. I'm going to put on my superhero cape and just tell you this is the way it is. We will help you. We will help you with this. And not only that, you're going to get a swag bag of $140 worth of great stuff that's going to support you on your journey. So just go to savingdinner.com/mama, grab your space. It's $47 and you get to keep this forever and ever and go back on it. And I'll teach you, when we do this, we start at 9 a.m. and we're going to go through the whole day. There's going to be Q&As, everything. I want you to leave this workshop feeling like I've got a plan. I know what I'm going to do. It's just so excellent. And I'm going to tell you, as a homeschool mom, if it wasn't for having the Fly Lady framework that I changed to fit my needs, then I wouldn't have gotten through it. I mean, it was a lot, and I was just overwhelmed, and I felt like I wasn't doing anything. And you don't want that, especially when you're homeschooling and you're the one who's responsible for your children's schooling. But even so, even if they're in school, somebody's got to make sure that their homework's done, right? You got to make sure things are done. So grab your seat, tell a friend about it. You can share our emails. I've sent emails out about this. Share it with your friends, and let's bring people in. Let's get our school year started off right. savingdinner.com/mama. You got 2 days left. So don't forget. And tomorrow is Q&A, by the way. And I don't want you to forget about that either. If you have a question about anything, especially nutrition or cooking oriented, send in an email to support@savingdinner.com, and in that subject line, don't forget, question for Leanne on Friday. It will get to me and I will answer it. We have questions about all kinds of stuff. Supplements, food, cooking, nutrition, fill in the blank. I'll answer it for you. So there you go. There you have it. And don't forget, I will be over in the Daily Dish quickly right after this. And then I'm going to be going quickly over into 2 o'clock. God, I'm so busy today, aren't I? We're going to be doing our teaching on fear. I don't know about you, but I don't like fear. Let's get rid of fear. Today I wanted to talk to you, though, about the whole idea of focusing our energy on the things that we want instead of the things that we don't want, because our tendency is to immediately focus on all those things that we don't want. Have you noticed that? And then we get to the hand-wringing place, and then we get into the fear mode, and then we start thinking it's too hard, and then everything just falls apart because the focus was wrong. Focus needs to be on the things that we want, because if we focus on the things that we want, that's where our energy gets directed. And when our energy is directed on the things that we want, we're going to actually do the steps. It doesn't paralyze us, it frees us. How about that? I don't know about you, but I need a little more freedom. I need a little bit more of that in my life. And what I have noticed too is that when I get exhausted, you know, when I'm just mentally fatigued, that mental fatigue comes from when I am looking at all the things that I have in front of me, and I'm looking at the things and the fears and the worries and everything that I don't want, instead of looking at the things that I do want. We have a tendency to do this. We look at it and we say, oh, that's going to be too hard. That's too much. I can't do that. And we worry about how long is it going to take me. I mean, I had a client, this is a while ago, but I had a client who said, you know, this was hysterical. I have 100 pounds to lose and I'm just worried about how long it's going to take me. Well, you didn't put 100 pounds on overnight. It's going to take you a while. Took you a minute to put it on. Let's take a minute to take it off. We got to shift our focus and stop worrying about the things that we don't need to be worrying about, and instead put our energy and our action behind the things that we want. That's where we tap into our energy. That's when we start to feel good about ourselves. And then that's when we start to come up with strategies, ideas, and it starts to make sense for us. It starts to look a whole lot different. Because when we are catastrophizing, when we're looking at all the things in the wrong light, when we don't take the time to really understand what the heck we need to get done. I mean, just something as simple, for example, as menu planning. Having the food in your house that gets you to the place of eating the things that you need to be eating in order to lose the weight is how it's done. And that's going to give you energy. That's going to give you a purpose and a focus. Instead of going through this whole thing of going and looking in your pantry, looking at the Oreos, looking at the Doritos, looking at all the crap that's not going to support you, and keep focusing on that and how much you want it and all the cravings that go with it and this, that, and the other thing, it's not going to get you what you want. It's going to take you down that real dark path. And we know what that is. For those of you who are food addicted and have various eats and sundry eating things going on, I can tell you from personal experience, I know exactly what that is. So we don't need to do that. We need to instead start focusing on the things that we want, not the things that we don't want. You know, this morning, I'm going to tell you this. This is hilarious. This morning I was thinking, you know, Mark is in the kitchen and he's making all this yummy breakfast stuff, and I adore breakfast. I've told you that. He's got bacon going, he's got some sauteed mushrooms and onions going for an omelet, and I'm thinking, that looks good. But I kept going back to my focus on what it was that I needed to focus on. And that was, am I hungry? The answer is no. Do I need this? The answer was no. What would this represent? The answer was mouth entertainment. It has nothing to do with what my physiology needs or wants. It has to do with what I thought, that sounds like fun. Let's have some food entertainment. Let's go to this place of playing with things that are fire, that are going to burn my hands. And you know, it's a constant thing. And I'm bringing this up because no one is immune from it. But when we're in the focus and understanding where our energy is going, then we get to start moving the needle, because we're just looking at things differently. So today I didn't spend a lot of time, but it was a real click, 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 click. It clicked right through my head. Do I need this? Do I want that? Do I want this? Yes, indeed, I want this. Do I need it? Nope. Are you hungry? Nope. Is this where I need to go? Nope. Let's wait till we're hungry. Let's break the fast then. And what are we going to break our fast with? A smoothie. You know, we've already got the whole thing worked out, but that doesn't stop our brains from going into a different direction. What I'm talking about is saying that direction doesn't work, that focus doesn't work, let's redirect. Bring it back over here. And you know, I'm going to say something though, too, that I think is just really on point, that oftentimes excellence and easy don't go hand in hand. There's a little bit of a struggle involved. You have to allow for the excellence to kick in and take over from wanting it to be easy. Don't we all want it to be easy? Don't you wish you could do this and it'd be just done? and we'd deal with it, and we wouldn't, you know, have to deal with any of it. But that's not the case. That is just not the case. We have to be looking at how this all works, and we have to be looking at, what am I thinking about? Why am I thinking this? What do I really want? And that needs to be the center focus. This is why we have our daily routines, right? We have our morning routine and our evening routine. You know about that. You're good fly babies, right? We know about that. That sets us up for success. We follow that, we're going to get success. If we fight it, we're not. Pinky's up too, Norma. Pinky's up. So the goal really is not so that you have to do more. The goal then is to get more done in the focus of what you want and setting yourself up for 100% success. You set yourself up for failure when your focus is wrong. You set yourself up for all the stuff that you don't want. And you go back and forth and you have this exhausting conversation in your head. And what does that do for you? How does that help you? How does that create for you the life that you want to lead? And the answer is, it just doesn't. It just exhausts you instead. And that's why we're talking about this today, because I have a great quote for you from Edison, Thomas Edison, you know, light bulb guy, the one who, how many times did he try to create the light bulb? He figured out a lot of ways not to do it, and he finally got on the way to do it. It was a big race at that time. Tesla was trying to do the same thing. There was a lot of people trying to take this energy, electricity, and put it into making light. And he did it. But it took a lot of determination and a lot of focus, just like it does for us. And so what he had a saying that, this is a partial quote, that the sun's rays don't burn until brought into focus. In other words, you know, I mean, go get a magnifying glass and put the sun down. You could light a fire like that, because the rays are focused, and that's us. We need to be laser focused on the things that we want and spending our energy on that and not on the other stuff, because that's where we get caught, and that's how we fall down, and that's how all of our good laid plans go to pot. It doesn't have to be that. James Clear also said, if you have good habits, time becomes your ally. Time becomes your ally. And all you need is patience. And we know this. You know what? How many times during the sprint have you just been delighted to get up and go into the bathroom and weigh yourself? You're excited about it because you did everything you were supposed to do the day before. And you set yourself up for success. You were very concentrated on it, and then you got those results. What if we did that every day? What if our energy was directed well every day? We're going to continually get success, and the successes will stack up on top of each other, and it'll be a way of life. And that's not to say it'll be struggle-free, it'll be easy, blah, 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 but this is how excellence is built. One habit at a time. And it just takes that much doing. That much doing. And it's so worth it, and you're worth it. And that's why I bring this all to your attention, because, you know, good habits are what are going to create our energy and our purpose and our focus. And what we focus on truly does expand. And when what we're focused on is expanding and it's good for us and it's creating the life that we want, vibrancy. Vibrancy. Liz is so right. Motivation. Keep it going. It becomes a habit. And then you know what we get to build on from there? Momentum. Because it's a physics thing. You hit one domino and they all go down, right? Unless you misplace the dominoes. That's why we have the tools we have. Creating and practicing the life we want to lead. Having our energy directed to vibrancy. Because all of these things that we're talking about, all of these things only build you toward the life that you want. The exciting one, the good one, the juicy one, the one that says, let's go do this, kids. Let's go play in the park. Let's go to the amusement park and I'll ride the rides with you. I'm going to be in the family pictures and actually put on a bathing suit. You know, for those of you who are just like flipped out about your weight, it doesn't have to be that way. We need to start focusing on the things we want, not on the things we don't want. Because where our energy goes, that's where our vibrancy goes. If our energy is going downhill, so is our vibrancy. And we end up exhausted, spent, and feeling really frustrated with what's going on in our lives. It doesn't have to be that way. Focus. Be that woman who focuses on the things that you want. And that is where your energy needs to go. That's where the vibrancy is going to be produced. Right there. Just like Edison, you're going to have a light bulb and a light bulb moment. And those light bulb moments are all going to connect, and it's going to create the life you want. I think that's pretty fabulous. I don't know about you. I don't know about you, but that's what I want in my life. Amen? I mean, is this you? Do you want that? Pinkies up? And if you, for those of you who are near going, what is this pinkies up thing? It is our call of solidarity. We want the same thing. It's a pinky swear. It's how we roll here. It's how we create community and connection. And when we say this, we're all on the same page. We're all going the same direction, and we're all saying, yes, that's what I want. Yes, that's who I want to be. And yes, this is what I'm going to begin to practice. And that's why we pinky up, because we are these kind of women, wise women, continually looking at what's going on and how do we play full out in our lives. Like Jennifer says, all in. There's where I am, all in. So, ladies, thank you for joining me. Thank you for sharing these videos. If these videos have any kind of impact on you and you're finding them to be helpful and to helping you to create the life you want to lead, would you please share it? Share it to your page, share it to your friends, throw it out. I don't care whatever. But I appreciate you, and I would just want you to know that each one of you I pray for. Each one of you make an impact and a difference in my life, and I'm so grateful and so thankful for this community. So I will see you shortly over in the Daily Dish if you are blitzing with us this week, and I will also see all of you who are in my VIP group, my coaching group. I will see you in the Clubhouse, and if any of you are in the Clubhouse and going, where's the Clubhouse? Send in an email to community@savingsdinner.com. We'll get you in, okay? You guys are the best. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for your support. Peace out, and peace be with you.